Like most of us, I learn from other people's mistakes. Sometimes just watching someone I know go down the wrong road and take wrong turn after wrong turn has made me think. Seeing my friend make poor choices was hard to watch and painful to see. However, I learned from her mistakes, and I promised that I would never make her kinds of choices to the people I love. I grew up knowing a girl named Kelly, and she made some wrong choices. She started hanging out with the wrong people, got into gangs, among many other things. She got a job as a stripper, making good money, but spent it all on pills to get high. She slept on a friend's couch. She didn't even own a car. She had to bum rides off of her coworkers. One day she woke up, and something stopped Kelly in her footsteps that day. She realized the future she was going to have if she didn't change something. She realized that all her money was going to drugs, and she didn't have money to do anything else. She saw her roommate buying drugs instead of getting food for her children. Kelly knew she didn't want this life any longer. She was also tired of being used up by men for sex and drugs. She wanted to be free. That day, Kelly found herself a new job at Denny's. She was going to quit the drugs, the gangs, and her old lifestyle. However, the night before she started her new life, she decided that she was going to get high one last time. Little did she know she was right. The next morning, her roommate found her lying face down in her pillow, dead. She suffocated to death. The morgue found 8 different drugs in her system and a large amount of cocaine and alcohol. Her lungs went into full arrest because of the drug overdose. She was 2 months away from her 20th birthday. The coroner called it an accidental suicide. I knew Kelly. She didn't want to die. She still had her whole life in front of her. She wanted to change the future, but she ended up getting stuck in her past forever. I believe it doesn't always take personal experiences to learn from mistakes. I watched Kelly slowly head towards a cliff. She started off just as smoking weed and began to try other things that also she became addicted to. I tried to help, but I couldn't help her because she wouldn't help herself. I learned from her that drugs and gangs are not worth the precious lives that they take. I remember growing up, Kelly always used to tell us, "Don't start doing drugs or I'll beat your butt." My favorite was, "This isn't the life I'd want for you." I always called her a hypocrite for doing what she didn't want us to do. Then when I got older, I saw some of the insides of gangs and drugs. I knew what she meant. She started too young to know what she was getting into, and sometimes you get too deep you can't leave. Because of Kelly, I never dared to even try drugs, didn't even feel the need to whenever I saw what the end result could be.